Good evening, students. Today I am going to teach you 6th standard social science. So let us study the lessons. Medieval India centers of power. So other day Chaitra teacher taught you about medieval India centers of power, and you already studied about Delhi and some of the important dynasties. Today you are going to discuss about Delhi under Mughal Empire. So today you are going to discuss about Delhi under Mughal Empire. Delhi under Mughal Empire. So this is what today we are going to discuss. So April 26, 1526. April 26, 1526, the armies of Sultanate Ibrahim Lodi and the armies of Babar, they were fought in near Panipat, Delhi. So Babar used gun, and he could easily defeated the Ibrahim Lodi. So thus end the rule of Ibrahim Lodi, and Babar started or began a new rule. That rule is known as Mughal Empire. That rule is known as Mughal Empire. He used gun, so he could easily defeated the Ibrahim Lodi and started a new rule that is called Mughal Empire. So then we can study about some of the important major or important ruler of Mughals. The first one, Babar. You know, Babar he established the Mughal rule. Then Humayun. So then Humayun, then Akbar, then Jahangir, Shah Jahan and Aurangzeb. So they are the main important leaders of the Mughal. So I hope all of you understand who are the important leaders of the Mughal Empire. So once again, who are the main important rulers? Babar, then Humayun, then Akbar, then Jahangir, then Shah Jahan, and also finally Aurangzeb. And you know that who established Mughal Empire? Mughal Empire established by whom? Babar. So Mughal Empire developed, improved more. So during the rule of whom? During the rule of Akbar. So during the rule of Akbar, Mughal Empire developed more. And he maintained huge army. He maintained what? Huge army. Who maintained huge army? Akbar. Akbar maintained huge army. And also to maintain the army, he introduced a special system. That system is known as Mansabdari. In order to maintain a huge army, he introduced a special system. That system is known as Mansabdari. As per these systems or under these systems, every officials should maintain a fixed number or a specific number of soldiers in his office. So that is the system of Mansabdari. As per these systems, every official should keep or maintain a fixed number of soldiers in his office. That is the system of Mansabdari introduced by Akbar. Okay, I hope all of you understood what is Mansabdari systems. Whom introduced this system? This system is introduced by the Akbar. And Rajman Singh, then Birbal, then Raja Todmal, they are the important officials of the Mughal or Akbar rule. So okay, these are Rajman Singh, Birbal, Raj Todar. So they are the important officials of Akbar's rule. So okay, I hope all of you understood about Akbar, how he ruled, what are the system he introduced. So okay, this is about the Mughal rule. So not this is about the Akbar. So then Aurangzeb. So Aurangzeb, when he ruled most. He developed more the Mughal rule. He ruled Mughal up to 50 years. After the Aurangzeb, suddenly what? Mughal empire start to decline. So okay, this is about the Mughal empire. I hope all of you understood about the Mughal empire. At first I told you Delhi under Mughal empire, then April 26, 1526, armies of Babur and Ibrahim Lodi fought in Panipat near Delhi. So Babur easily defeated the Ibrahim Lodi and introduced or started a new empire. That empire is known as Mughal empire with the capital of Delhi. Okay. So then you are going to study about the centers of power in southern and western India. Then new topic, centers of power in southern and western India. Centers of power in southern and western India. You already studied about the Delhi under Mughal empire, and before that Chaitra teacher taught you lot of things about the Delhi and some of the important dynasties. You already studied. Today I taught you Delhi under Mughal empire. I hope all of you understood what I taught in Delhi under Mughal empire. So then centers of power in southern and western India. So in India, some of the dynasties, they established their power in southern and western India. Some of the important some of the dynasties, they were introduced, they were started their power, rule in southern and western India. That is what we are going to discuss. First, Chola dynasty, then Vijayanagara, then Bahmani, Chola, Vijayanagara, Bahmani. So then Maratha kingdom. Maratha. So these three is southern, and this one is western. So I already told you centers of power in southern and western India. So Chola, first one we are going to discuss about which dynasty? Chola dynasty. So Chola dynasty were very prominent during the 19th century CE, and so they were very strong during that times. So during that times in southern India, they established a dynasty, that name is Chola. So they were very strong during the time of 9th century CE, and their main important rulers were Raja Cholas and Rajendra Cholas. They had a strong navy. What is navy? Navy means military operation at sea. Okay, army and navy. Have you heard about army and navy? So army means military operation at land, that is army. So navy means military operation at sea. So they had a very strong army, they had a very strong navy. So Chola had a very strong very strong navy, and that is why they also extended their empire till Indonesia and Malaysia. So that you can understand from the map how they were ruled, or which are those areas they were ruled, that you can understand from the maps. Okay, this is about the Chola empire. So I hope all of you understood. First one, Chola, that I clearly explained. I hope all of you understood. So okay, Chola empire was prominent, become very powerful during the 9th century CE. Their main important leaders or rulers were Raja Chola and Rajendra Chola, and they had a navy. They had a strong navy, and they also extended their empire into countries like Malaysia and Indonesia. This is about the Chola empire. Then Vijayanagara. So Vijayanagara empire. This empire were begin. This empire, Vijayanagara empire, Vijayanagara empire began, or it started during the, or it not started, established. Vijayanagara empire established during the 14th century CE, and Vijayanagara empire established by Harihara and Bukka. Okay, whom established Vijayanagara empire? Vijayanagara empire established by Harihara and Bukka, and the main important ruler of Vijayanagara is Krishna Devaraya. Okay, Krishna Devaraya is the one of the main important ruler of Vijayanagara empire. So and Vijayanagara empire, they have a lot of ports, and also the land are cultivated. That land is very suitable for the cultivation. So okay, this is about the Vijayanagara empire. I hope all of you understood. So Vijayanagara empire, which is established by Harihara and Bukka, and main important ruler of Vijayanagara is Krishna Devaraya, and the empire had a lot of ports and also agriculture. So this is what I taught about Vijayanagara empire. So okay, and let us study about another dynasty, so which was origin in southern India, that is Bahmani dynasty. Bahmani dynasty. Bahmani dynasty founded by Alauddin Hasan Bahman Shah. Who founded Bahmani dynasty? Bahmani dynasty, which was founded by Alauddin Hasan Bahman Shah. Okay. So then Raichur is the region, or Raichur is the place between Tungabhadra and Krishna river. Raichur is the place between where? Between the Tungabhadra and Krishna river. So that place is very fertile. So that land is very suitable for the agricultural activities. So that land is very fertile. So for that, frequent fight or frequent war held between the dynasty of Bahmani and Vijayanagara empire, for what? To get the control over that place, because that place is very suitable, or that place is very rich in what rich for the agriculture. That is why the frequent fight between between the ruler of Bahmani dynasty and Vijayanagara dynasty. You know why they were fought frequently? Because that place means that Raichur is the place is very rich. That is why they fought frequently. So this is about Bahmani dynasty. I hope all of you understood. And the last one, Maratha kingdom, that were originated in where in the Western India, or established in where in the Western India. Maratha kingdom. It was established or developed in the 17th century CE, and geographical features helped the growth of Maratha kingdom. What are the geographical features? Means mountains and rivers, etc. They are called the geographical features. That geographical features helped the growth of Maratha kingdom. So like mountain like Vindhya and Satpura mountains and Narmada and Tapti rivers, which makes them different from other regions. So okay, that is how Maratha kingdoms were different from the other kingdoms. They got a geographical features helped to grow the Maratha kingdom, and they have also strong army and navy. They had a strong army and navy. I already mentioned that army means military operation at land and navy means military operation at sea. That is the difference between army and navy. They had a both army and navy. Okay, that is how they extended their their empire. And their main important leaders, Shivaji, he got a title of Chhatrapati. So okay, this is about Maratha kingdom. So I hope all of you understood what I taught in centers of power in southern and western India, about Chola dynasty, about Vijayanagara empire, about Bahmani empire, Maratha kingdoms, and yeah, I explained. So I hope all of you understood what we discussed today. By the beginning I told you Delhi under the Mughal empire. So Mughal empire, which is established by the Babur. Babur established the Mughal empire. Then other important features that I will explain. So I hope all of you understood. So by the beginning of this chapter, so I hope Chaitra teacher taught you about all the important features about Delhi and other dynasties. So I will start a new lesson in the next class.